So today we're going to go completely, totally different direction. After getting the engine painted the other day, I'm going to go and try and get all this crap around the car out of the way and get the springs that are sitting up there on the top actually into the car. That seems dumb, but it's a space-saving thing, and I'm going to give you guys a tour of all the parts I've got stashed in the car. So there we go. Let's get to it. So here we go. First thing we're gonna do, let's get the wheels out of the way. Got some nice 35 wires. They're in decent shape. Stems, good stuff. Got them at an antique place in Spring Valley. No. Over by Lebanon, Ohio. They were sitting in the back of like an antique junkyard place. Still got the old pie crust on them. So, just like every other project car, we're stashed full of parts. I'm going to take all the parts out so I can put the new springs where they belong, put the car parts back on them. That way, I've got a spot I can ditch the old springs. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've been hauling stuff around. Bunch of the parts from the engine. Bunch of new stuff that I've been grabbing off of eBay. We got a little Trico fan there that I picked up at a garage sale. Some wiring harness stuff, some engine mount stuff, all goodies. Second tote is some goodies, some stuff I bought at early Midwest Ford in Springfield. Some spring perches. Again, some more weather stripping and trim parts, a couple old pieces. There's a piece of glass from the original car that still has the bug. I don't know if I can get it to where you can see it. There it is. See it in the reflection of the light? It's got the old Ford bug on it, so I kept it. And then the other thing, I got me some 36 plates. Some 34 plates that I bought for my dad's. Some 34 plates that I bought for my dad's 34, but they're the crazy long ones, and we ended up putting some different plates on it anyway. Generator came with the car. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. It's in rough shape. That's what shape it's in. Haven't had it tested or anything like that. Spare tire ring. Got it on eBay. Crusty like the rest of the car. I like it. No dings. Great shape. Don't remember what I paid for it. Love it. Here's the cover for it. It's been primered, obviously. The flip, I don't know if the flip opens. There it is. Don't have a key for it. Might have to buy a key on eBay. We'll see. Also, I got the trim ring stashed upstairs in the overheads. Here's the front part of the car. You guys haven't seen, so there we go. The previous owner threw some carpet over the old springs. Got some old ratty springs. From what I was told, this car sat in the Arizona desert. And I know everybody's like, it's an Arizona car, it doesn't have any rust, but I'll be honest, I sucked out about a metric ton worth of dirt from between the running boards and the sill. Everything in this car is solid. Listen to this. When that did that and it rattled and I didn't hear any rust drop, I told my father-in-law, buy the car. And when I went through it, I only found one little rust spot. I'll show it to you here in a second. It's literally this rust spot right here. It's the only rust I found in the car besides the standard tail pan stuff. Anyway, I digress. Listen to this one close. Listen to this one close. Awesome. So, front end of the middle of the car, or the dash, Standard dash, it's a little rough. I don't know if it had a waterfall, but I bought one. It's up there in the top, glove box. Knobs are a little rough. I'm not sure if I'm gonna repaint the dash or let it go. We'll see. There's all kinds of current plans. You can see the firewall's a little rough. Steering wheel's pretty cracked too. I don't know if I want to try and replace it with a newer banjo or what, but hey, let's get to these seat springs. Sound like a plan? All right. So the bottom's coming out really easy, and it's still attached to the wood, which is actually still in pretty decent shape. So we'll see about disconnecting this. Okay, we got a screw here, screw pulled there. See 2 more screws in the front. So that's not going to be a problem pulling that from the wood. So there's that. So we have 1 screw there. 1 screw that's pulled out there, and then if you can look down there in the middle of the screen, there's a screw, and then again that shiny screw head there between those 2 rails. We pull those 4 screws, these springs should pop right off, and we can replace them with the new stuff. So here's what we've got. Seat frame, we got tack rail here, tack rail over on the other side, and it looks like, if I can get the camera to cooperate, right here. So we've got some ears. 1, 2, looks like 4 ears that the top pins into, and I just don't even know. I don't see, oh, here we go. So this spike right here, spike right there, 4 spikes there along the bottom. So I could probably flex these ears up top. Sorry. I can probably flex these ears up top, pull the top away, and then the bottom will come out. We'll gonna try to gently pry this away. Actually, I think looking at it now, the best way to go about it is going to be to come in from the back. Oh, more parts falling. With a screwdriver. There we go. There's that. I don't think you can see this one. But it's going the same way. 1 last ear. Ta-da! We have the old springs from the back out. So there you go, 36 4-door front seat pan. It's got a spot for an ashtray in the back. You can see got a trim spring or screw sticking through there. You can see some of the new hardware that the previous owner had thrown on it. The slide mechanism doesn't work right. We have to work on that. Hey, there's the battery pan for the top of the battery box. Good. Okay, well, I'm going to try and clean this out a little bit. So I'm going to try and clean that front pan out. And I think my front seat springs are the ones that are stashed in the box in the back of the car. So let's pull some more stuff out of the back of the car and see what we got. Here's the front seat springs. They're still pretty springy, believe it or not. I could probably use them, but I had already gone and got some new ones. And they are pretty crusty, so we're gonna let them go. Here we go. Let's check out what we got in the back seat. pair of the flip out rear quarter windows. They flip out. I don't know if you can see that. One's got glass, one doesn't, and the trick is going to be sourcing the rubber gaskets for these. I've actually got 2 pair of these. I think the other pair again stashed in the overhead where I should stash these. It's a deluxe car item, but I thought they were really cool, so I went out and got a couple pair. This car I think was a standard, and I don't think it had them. At least that's not what's in it right now. So this might be a cool retrofit project later on. Next, we got some old hubcaps. I don't know what make or model. These came off my dad's 34 when we pulled it out of the garage. So these are circa 60, 62 something. They have to be older than 62 because that's when the car went in the garage. So if you know what these are, I got 4 of them, hold them onto them for sentimental reasons. Some of you may have noticed I have a Sun tester fetish. This is one of the old instruction boxes, and this is one of the boxes they used to put the instructions in for the different cars. That's not what's in it now. I've actually got some other stuff stored in it here. So I went and bought a set of different gears for the rear end for this. If I'm right, these are, I don't think they're 354. They might be 378. I don't remember. I'll have to take a look. But I thought I might want a different gear set to be able to do a little bit better time on highway if this actually car gets out of the garage and starts moving. The other thing in here is a fuel pump. It's a double pumper from what they told me. So I'm not sure whether that's going to go back on the car or not. I'd originally taken it off the engine and brought it up to the house to go through it when I was itchy to get some things done, even though I wasn't doing anything. So these parts are stashed in my Sunbox. Sunbox number 1, that is. Sunbox number 2 actually has the old car spec charts in it, so we'll go through that some other time. Interior window trim rings, back seat, part of the front window, other front window. Tough to find stuff. They're thin and flimsy. They got the trim rings on them, and this one is broken, so I got to figure out how to fix it. This is the rest of the part that broke off somewhere. We're gonna have to figure it out. And now that those 2 boxes are out of the way, I think I can get this set of seat springs out. One of the first things I bought for the car after we got it, I don't know who made these, but I'm pretty sure these are the front seat springs. If not, I have 2 sets of rear, which sucks. Hesitant to take them out of the box right this second. We'll get to it after we get some more stuff out of the car. Some different 36 air cleaners. One's in pretty good shape. I think you put the weird copper chore boy looking things down in there. But this goes with the stock engine. I'm not even sure what this thing is. Is this a heater of some sort? Any ideas? A little bit of help? Anybody? A pair of old visors that I'm gonna try and hold on to. They're in pretty rough shape, but the mechanics are there. Headliner, overhead for the front. Yet another Sunbox with more specs. These are in really good shape. Some dyno liner that I'd originally bought for the 34. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to try and do lizard skin on the inside of this for heat and sound. We'll see. More front window trim pieces. This one's a little chunky. I think it's bent compared to the other one. Profile wise, it's a little crunchy. We'll see. More unobtainium door sill plates. They're pretty rough. I might have to try and hammer some stuff out, smooth some things in. We'll see. Some stainless steel side hood trim that I bought on the old eBay. I'm gonna try and use these to make some replacement trim pieces for the luggage rack that's on the back. It's missing 2 or 3 pieces. I figured I could use a couple of these and maybe hammer something out, work it up. Original Henry Ford 34 Ford axle. This is what was underneath Dad's car, the 34. And then we put a dropped axle in it. And I just want to check it out. I held on to it in case the axle under this is tweaked, which I believe it is. I think when they pulled this car out of the mud, they just wrapped a tow rope around the front axle and gave it a tug, and I think it bent everything out of shape. Well, that's another bridge to jump off later. This is a Super Bell dropped axle that I bought at the Springfield swap meet. I think it's a 4-inch drop, and I'm contemplating putting this under the car. I'd like to have the car have a little bit of attitude. I don't want to be crazy straight stock. So when I bought this though, the thing that worries me is I feel like this isn't quite as precision drilled as it needs to be. It's not quite centered. So maybe this thing's a bust, I don't know. So many questions. Rear window trim. Old interior door panel. At least the cardboard for it. Saved it, might be worth a shit, might not. I read a shit one time that said, the key to intelligent tinkering is saving all the pieces. So I tend to hoard a little bit. The back seat, I believe that's actually stock interior material, tired and dry, and then you can see the rear. Here's that rust spot again. Out of the whole car in the back. Now this is pretty cruddy right now. You can see I started grinding on the back of the footrest there, but out of this whole car so far, that's the one super crusty spot I've been able to find. I've got the armrests in the back. So those are here, so that's cool. I think that's probably a piece that disappears pretty quick. Other than that, I haven't studied the door handle positions, which I think change halfway through the year, so that might tell me at what point this was built. But there you go, let me try and get these back springs out. I know they come out pretty quick. Burlap is the word I was looking for earlier. So this has still got some of the burlap on it. And yeah, you can see where it's supposed to hook onto the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. We'll see how that goes. Armrest. Well, standard operating procedure. The effing squirrel been in here. I don't know if you can see it. So when it was stashed in my parents' house, squirrel been in here, made a nest. So we got sawdust and some old pink moving blanket, some paper towels, and then got the old stash of walnuts, bastard. I threw in some extra parts back in there at one point. So bumper iron. I tried to clean out the back a little bit, and you can see where I spray painted the floor after I ground all the crap out of it one time at father-in-law's. So I'm gonna grab the vacuum and get on it. So I think that's a little bit better. I think I got some squirrel piss in there I need to get rid of. Doesn't smell too bad. And I don't know what drips. It's come off the armrest. You can see some over there on the bottom, a couple, 3 drips. A bunch right here. I think it's tar or something that they used on it. Some kind of rubber or plastic. Weird. So these up here are the rear seat springs that I purchased when I went to the car museum that I did the slideshow from. They've been sitting up there because it's as good a place as any, and we're gonna see if they fit here in the back. Let's go at it. I'm pretty sure by the way these are contoured right here, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bit of a step up here. No, it doesn't transfer very well on camera, but I'm pretty sure these sit in the back like this. Can anybody tell me there's an angled piece of metal that wants to sit in front of, and I've got screws back here. I'm trying to figure out, is this supposed to sit behind this or in front of it? Guess I should check my 3635 Ford book. But overall, that looks good. I'm gonna go look at the other set. Hold on. Pretty sure that's how those are supposed to sit. It's got all kinds of crazy sharp edges on it. And I'm pretty sure, wow, these are light. It's gonna sit there like that. I like the way this bottom spring's made, but I'm not a big fan of this top spring. It seems pretty flimsy, honestly, to me. And I think they're supposed to be, I wonder if I could attach this significant frame with 8 million clips on it to the back of this frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 springs there. There's only 4 springs here. We might end up holding on to this other back spring for shits and grins. So now we're going to take the other ones out. only the bottom. Nope. Because it's got the dip for the ashtray. Looks like it's supposed to sit in here. Like that, albeit on a piece of wood. Well, I feel like I can get rid of at least 3 of those old springs and the box that came in. And you've seen some of the parts we've gone through today. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Find some place to stash all this stuff I took out of here so the boss doesn't get too mad about it. Oh, you know, just sitting in the back seat of my 36 Fordor sedan, looking out the quarter window. It's a beautiful world. Reupholstered it in blue moving blanket. Springs are pretty comfy. It's roomy. It's like a big rolling room is what it's like.